Clifford, decision for any player to commit their long-term future for a club normally means they feel happy and settled, and you want to be a part of things here on a longer-term basis.
Yeah, I think it's kind of the black and the white really. Kidderminster is a fantastic club, and the first time I came in and signed it, I couldn't really believe I was playing for this team. So I'll just try and give my all on the pitch, and obviously been rewarded with that. And the lads obviously kind of give me that confidence as well to kind of push on and be the captain for this team. So I'm more than delighted to be here.
You mentioned that. You need to give yourself a fair bit of credit, I think. I know you're quite a modest soul, but you said you couldn't believe you were signing for Kidderminster and then couldn't believe you were captain, but you've obviously done both jobs very well because,
No, it's one of them. I never take things for granted, I've always wanted to play for Kidderminster. So when obviously that opportunity came about the corner, it was literally no-brainer. I couldn't really turn it down. And it's one of them for me. I'm happy to be here long term. Like I said, I want to do well this season with the rest of the lads in the club, push on into the next league, and I'm sure we'll do that. All we need is a couple of games. We've got 3 home games now. If we can get back-to-back wins at home, it'd be fantastic for us. And like I said, the table could easily change.
And I think the way you're speaking reflects really that although it's been a difficult and inconsistent start to the season, that's why we're in the situation we're in now, a bit of a transition. There's plenty of raw ingredients and plenty of talent within the group that convince you that we're capable of doing something.
Yeah, I think the lads, I think you can see for yourself, we've got talent in this team. We just need to all stick together, believe in what we're doing, and the coin will drop eventually. So sometimes when things are tough, it makes, I know for me personally, it makes me better. And you go through those challenges, nothing comes easy, If it was that case, we'd all win the league. And I think we just got to stick together and believe in what we're doing, and we'll be where we want to be.
It sounds a daft question, but what are some of the secrets or some of the things that can be done to help that in terms of building that experience and that mentality? Do the lads just need to go out there and play through it and just to get it done kind of thing?
Yeah, we've obviously got a young squad, which obviously sometimes can go against us. But it's one of them we've got to learn quite quick because we haven't got all season to kind of go through the same mistakes. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of those things where if something happens, you learn from it, but make sure it doesn't happen again. And the main important thing is just us sticking together as a team and as a club as well.
Looking at where we are heading into the Christmas period before too long, that sort of halfway point in the season is approaching. Yeah. Still enough of a gap there for the lads to feel that you can't really be writing a season off in November, can you? There's a good possibility that there can be success.
Yeah, no, definitely. We want to obviously get ourselves there and thereabouts by January time. And then that's when they call it kind of the business end of the season comes in, the last couple of 3 months or so. And if we're in a good position then, which I'm sure we will be, it's going to help us kick on for the last couple of months.
And before we talk about our next few weeks and what's to come, I'd love to get your thoughts on your international duty as well, because it's been a short while out of that international picture for you, but it's another reflection of how well you've done here, that you've been back involved. How were the last couple of weeks for you?
Yeah, and I never try to big myself up too much. Like you said, I'm a bit modest in that way, but like I said, I just get my head down and get stuck in and do the work and what needs to be done. In terms of the international, it was a fantastic experience, to put it that way, playing in front of 50, 70,000 fans or whatnot. A person like me, I've never really experienced that, so it was great to be among those kind of top players of Zimbabwe, should we say, and be in and around that circle and be considered to be one of the best from my country.
And I've seen a few bits and pieces where you spoke very positively about the environment and the positive attitude that's around that situation. You're hoping to bring some of that back with you, I guess, and rub off?
There's only some parts which I can bring back. I don't think there's singing and dancing I can bring back here. But in terms of the spirit out there, all the lads, they're all kind of stick together, just like we do over here. Do you know what I mean? I'd say over there sometimes it might be a little bit too relaxed, but that's how the culture is. Do you know what I mean? And the lads just go and express themselves on the pitch. And I think with the support, they haven't got vuvuzelas like we do over here. It's just a little bit different.
Looking at our next few weeks, obviously Russ, as we know, with the job now for the next 3 or 4 games, if there's one thing that is for certain, the lads will do a lot for us, won't they? He's very well respected.
Oh, 100%. He's been at this club for years, he's well respected here. The lads respect him as well. He's been a player, and I was obviously on the manager role, so he knows what it takes in terms of to kind of just get us around that corner, And I think with him and the players that we've got, I've got belief in that we're going to do what's needed to be done.
It's a bit of a cliche phrase, isn't it, when fans and sometimes pundits talk about players going through brick walls for managers and that kind of thing. But I guess in terms of his character and how he was as a player, that's the kind of way you'd sum up Russ, isn't it? And what the players would do for him. Yeah,
that's him, the black and the white. He'd run through a brick wall for anyone, and I think he's brushing that on into us and the training sessions that we've had already. You can tell what he wants to happen on the pitches. He wants the lads to work hard, demand from each other, and don't really let anyone kind of get away with anything. which is sometimes that's what this league is all about. You know, you've got to run yourself to the ground and do what's needed to be done.
Home games coming up now. Fan support at what is a difficult time in the season will be massive, won't it?
Oh, it'd be great. It'd be great. Like I said, it's the 12th man on the pitch. If obviously the fans get behind us, it kind of helps us as well, which I'm sure they will. So like I go back to what I said earlier, it's very, very important that we all stick together, the players, the managers, the fans, and we'll get ourselves through it.